a bunch of languages here, but I only know Japanese and English, and I'm not very fluent in Japanese. I thought you were going to say I only know English and Japanese and I'm not fluent in either. I mean, that's not very wrong either. I mean, do I really know English? Yeah, what the heck is English, right? They have words like, you got bear, B-E-A-R, bear, B-A-R-E. Excuse me? She was the one who cleaned the dishes and stairs, rubbed off the grime on the floor of the stepmother and her daughter's bedrooms, so that she scoured her skin. So yeah, this is definitely Cinderella. However, even with her filthy rags, Cinderella was 100 times more beautiful than her beautifully dressed sisters. It's 'cause they ugly inside and you beautiful inside. Well, I'm going to wear my usual skirt, but to accent it, I'll be wearing my coat with golden flowers and my diamond barrier, which is not the most indifferent. What the hell is that voice? Well, who dat? That little Red Riding Hood? Those glasses, though. The fairy godmother. Oh, that's the fairy godmother? Is it? If that is her, then I shall help you to go. Consider it my departing gift to you. The fairy godmother thought deeply for a few moments, and declared, "What is that voice? I don't know." "Into the garden and bring me a pumpkin." She then told Cinderella to open the mousetrap a little and tapped every mouse that began to escape. Oh, you're not gonna actually have her say that, so I can't say it in her voice? They know of my voice crimes. She looks kind of like Honoka from Love Live. Really thought her hair was darker due to the black and white coloring. Yeah, I thought her hair was like brown or something. Oh, did I ever tell you guys about how I'm gonna continue with this while I'm talking, so be sure to read along, but I'm gonna talk about something. There was this one game I had played on my phone like years ago. This was like when I was living in Sacramento all by myself, which really tells you something. The game I played was called Be My Princess. I think it was Be My Princess for Green, and it like had a bunch of princes. And there was this one prince in Be My Princess that I really liked, Edward. Of course, because he's a white-haired anime boy, and I'm always weak in the knees for white-haired anime boys, apparently. So, I was playing Be My Princess, and it has these things where the game is locked until you, like, get a certain amount of things, and it takes, like, forever to do it. And so, one night, I was trying to tier in this one event in Be My Princess, which always is not a good idea when someone opens up by saying that they are trying to tier in an event that is ending that night. So, it was impossible for me to proceed in the game as playing normally, so I had to spend money to continue tiering for Prince Edward, because I don't even know what the reward was. I would think it was some dumbass dress or something. But I spent $300 that night, and that really taught me something about the value of gacha. And I don't know why, but seeing princes just reminds me of that game. Yeah, I splurged. I was just gung-ho for Prince Edward, man. But like, I still spend a shit ton of money on gacha sometimes, like the fucking Yukina thing where I spent like $200 on it. But ever since then, like, I uninstalled the game that night. I was like, because I didn't tier, obviously. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm uninstalling this, and I never came back to that game. It's like, if I see a character named Edward and he's a prince, I'm like, He must have felt the same as he looked at her, forehead to forehead, and stroked her hair. I found you. Their lips touched Wow, they moving kinda fast. This some kinda Romeo and Juliet shit. Thanking her fairy godmother with all her heart, she placed the precious slipper somewhere in her attic, hiding it from the rest of her family. It became her talisman. Begone, demons. Look at my glass slipper. Hey demons, it's me, Cinderella. Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Cinderella, holding her glass slipper like a knife. Back off, slut. I mean, glass can be pretty dangerous. Hundreds of ladies of high rank thronged to the palace to try it on, but unfortunately, in that time, as in ours, most of the ladies had the same foot size. Yo guys, what's your foot size? My size is size 2. Oh, dude. So, we were doing a thing in my acting class, and one of the questions was to say what your foot size was, and I said 2. And everyone just looked at me like, what the fuck? Because, like, I know it's small. I know it's a small shoe size. And, like, everyone was like, oh, I'm size 9. Oh, I'm size 6. And then it's like, oh, I'm 2. And everyone's like, what? Just looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, yeah, I buy my shoes at Walmart in the kids section. I'm a fucking toddler. That's 27. I'm 7.5. Look, Cinderella had regular feet like everyone else, not size 2 like me. He then persuaded himself into thinking that the girl he'd met on the balcony had just been a dream, that she'd never existed, and that he'd be looking for a chimera. Excuse me? A chimera? Also, you have the fucking shoe, dude. How is that a dream? Under her brown wig and angelic stare, there was a desire for endless power that could not be beat by anyone. She's wearing a wig? Snatch that wig. Cinderella is a brunette. Then why did she have like, I'm confused. Why did she have orange hair when it was color? Oh, the fairy godmother made her a ginger. Well, then why is this girl impersonating her wearing a brown wig if the fairy godmother made her a ginger? I'm confused. As the new king ate and drank so much, he became large and pot-bellied, lost his charm, and wore makeup to hide from the eyes of all the aristocrats who had already noticed it. So, like, I've never read the original Cinderella. Is this what happens? Nothing was beautiful enough for her, and she often had fits to get what she wanted. On a mere whim, the brunette was a cold materialist. Does he not realize she's wearing a wig? I mean, so they're royalty, right? And royalty has to produce a royal child. Like, that's the whole reason why you marry. So haven't they been, like, at this point, haven't they been in bed? How does he not realize that she has a wig, though? He's not good in bed, I guess. You know, I was expecting the story to have a more darker tale, but this was not what I was expecting. Being young and pretty, she had also to endure the advances of the baker and had too much sincerity to open to his wife. Is this a bad ending? Well, there hasn't been any choices, so I wonder if this is kinetic? Out on the street and penniless, Cinderella didn't give up for all that, and she crossed paths with a rich burgess, whom she sold her virginity to in exchange for money to open her own bakery. Bidding that she meets the prince and they never realized who each other was. This gets worse and worse each sentence, right? Some say you can still hear her humming a soft melody on rainy days when everything is gray, days that have lost their magic. Is that the same melody that she did when she would look at the glass slipper? Years passed, each one becoming happier than the last, infusing her a mysterious force. Are you sure you're happy? This does not sound happy to me. Nearly 50 years after the famous night when everything was started, the king was going to throw his last ball in celebration of the last of his children who was getting married. His eldest son had replaced him for some years now, and Angelica had died. Fucking rip. Did he ever find out that she was wearing a wig all this time, though? On the balcony, just for a moment, he thought he saw that illusion again. She wasn't there, of course. How could she? She was only a dream after all, just a beautiful dream, just another chimera. This game is going in so many directions. Yeah, he never did snatch that wig. All he wanted was to end his life peacefully. What the fuck? In a small garden near the bakery, an old lady was sweeping as she sang. Yep, they meet like I call it. Too late. They gonna die soon. Can I help you? Are you... Oh wait, I should do like an old lady voice. Can I help you? Are you... What the fuck am I doing? Get the godmother voice. Got it. I'll do it. Her faded blue eyes still had the same spirit, the same charm, the impression of coming from somewhere else. Excuse me, but are you... I don't know what the fuck am I doing? He asked with difficulty. Faded blue eyes. Her eyes were green and the lasting chewy slime. Oh my god. First it's her hair. Is she a brunette or is she a ginger? Now is her eyes. Does she have blue eyes or does she have green eyes? Color is an illusion. Cinderella is a shapeshifter. Maybe, yeah, she is a chimera. I was about to say, maybe he wasn't wrong about her being a chimera. It was... What the fuck even was the grandmother voice? It was a dream, and like all dreams, it was short-lived. I still remember, though. What an incredible coincidence to meet again after all these years. Then he decided to do something absolutely crazy. He asked for her hand in marriage. About fucking time! The idea was completely absurd, and yet she said yes. You guys only met one night 60 years ago, and you guys just met after 60 years, and now you guys are getting married. Okay. They found their body... Oh. They found their bodies a few days later, wrapped in each other's embrace like those old trees that could not grow by themselves. Are they dead? The gray hair of the old lady was splayed all over the bed like a rain... That does not look like gray hair. Yeah, they definitely dead. Whistlings of death and circles of secret music make the adored body, like a specter, rise, expand, and quiver. Wounds of black and scarlet burst in the superb flesh. Life's own colors darken, dance, and drift around the vision in the making. Shudders rise and rumble, and the delirious savor of these effects clashing with the deadly hissings and the hoarse music that the world far behind us hurls at our mother of beauty. She recoils, she rears up. Oh, our bones are clothed with an amorous new body. God, that took forever to say. At least they did die when they were in the middle of, oh my god. Can you imagine they like doing it and then the dude has a heart attack? Yo, you never know. They could have died while they were doing it. I mean, they were in bed. Just saying. So, yeah. That was something. That was a great palate cleanser. Wow. They died because they were doing it. I've seen that CSI episode. Oh, you got me. Okay, so... That's the end, right? Okay, so like, see, she's a ginger in this, okay. Alright. Well, that was being beauteous.